Hello, I'm Victor Williams.
And I'm Carmen Simmons.
We would like to welcome you to this special edition of APS Today.
We are here at DM Thero School for Health Sciences and Research. They are hosting the Mentoring in Medicine Health Career Conference.
The conference provides elementary, middle, high school students, parents, and the community exposure to a career in medicine.
To help us cover the conference, we have our field reporters, Terry Mathis and Eric Buckner. Terry?
Thanks, Carmen and Victor. There's a lot to see and hear at the conference. I'll be finding students, parents, and professionals to interview. Now over to my fellow classmate, Eric Buckner.
That's right, Terry. We'll bring you all the news, and I will show you some of the cool workshops. There's so much going on. We have our work cut out for us. Now back to you, Victor.
Thanks, Terry and Eric. We do have a busy schedule, so let's get started with our keynote speaker.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I am Milton Little, and I am extraordinarily excited and happy to be here today to see all of you. I want to thank Mentoring in Medicine for, in just a very short time, creating a national movement that has inspired young people. It's basically showed them the rigors, the passions, the joys of a health career. And it has made a difference, it is making a difference. It has also given our community a chance to see all of you. Because your success, your hard work is the truly unsung story in our community. Is this the portrayal of our community that the media picks up? You can turn on the news and you'll see a whole lot of black folk on the news, but they're not going to be you. Because the people that are in this room are the symbol of all that's great in African American community. So give yourselves a hand, please. There are a couple of things that I want you to think of. Number one, it doesn't matter where you start, doesn't matter when you start. But what matters is that you have the tools so that whenever you find that calling, you're prepared to pursue it with vigor and with determination. And the way it begins is with a good education. You've got to read, you've got to expose yourself, and you have to build a foundation of excellence and never, never, never leave it.
Sorry. Now here's Terry with keynote speaker, Mr. Milton Little.
What was your message to the attendees?
Well, it was, I tried to inspire them, remind them that pursuing a health career is a passion. And you've got to have the passion for it, but you also have to have the foundation, a good, strong education, a supportive network of people, and a curiosity and a willingness to be exposed to new things.
Okay. How do you feel the mentoring conference is important?
Well, I think it's what mentoring in medicine has done is really helped young people understand what's important about their education, how to pursue it. And it's given them exposure to some very wonderful people who can show them the path to pursuing their dreams. And that's what's most important, I think.
Okay. Last question. What advice would you give to those who want to have a career in medicine?
Well, I would say academic excellence is key. Exposure to work experiences in hospitals and laboratories and clinics, wherever that can be accomplished. Meet health professionals and talk with them and find out what their experience has been and the path that they've taken. And those combination of things, along with programs like this, will really get them on the way.
Mr. Milton Little.
Victor, do you have a mentor?
No.
Well, I have a mentor for you. Okay. And that's the mentor guy.
I think a lot of times we have a misconception of what mentoring really means. And I think the best way to explain it is a metaphor. Do you guys know what a sculpture is? Anybody here know what a sculpture is? Yeah, can you come and explain to me what a sculpture is? Come on down, come on down. We have to learn what mentoring is in a really cool way. What's your name?
Joshua.
Joshua. What is a sculpture?
I think a sculpture is something you make from your hands.
Okay. Yeah, great. Absolutely. Now, is it usually like a rock? Is it like a clay?
I don't know. It's anything you think.
Okay, so thank you. Everybody give Josh a round of applause. Hey, what do you think a sculpture is? Come here. What's your name again?
Justin.
Justin, could you please look at the camera? Justin, what do you think a sculpture is?
A sculpture is made of rock and it's formed into a shape that can be used as a sculpture.
Awesome, thank you. Give him a round of applause. That is the correct answer. Now, check this out. So if you guys ever see a sculpture, it's like, you ever see like a nice statue and they're like frozen, they're like, or like, you know what I mean? So a lot of times people see these statues and what they don't know is that statue came from a round, like regular rock, right? And then there's this brilliant sculpture inside. And the reason I told you about that is because they asked the most famous artist in the world, Michelangelo, they said, man, how do you make these beautiful sculptures out of this rock, right? How do you make these beautiful sculptures out of this rock? And he said, you know what? I don't really do anything. The shape, the brilliant shape, that genius shape is already inside. All I did was take a chisel and reveal the shape. And that's really what mentorship is about. The genius is already inside of you. The genius is inside of you. The genius is inside of you. There's a brilliant person inside of you. And all Dr. McCoy does is help to reveal that shape, reveal that genius. So that's what mentorship is about. Finding the people in your life that will reveal the genius that's already inside of you. They're not putting anything new into you. They're just drawing out all that magic and all that genius. All right, so can we please give Dr. McCoy a round of applause for his role as a mentor. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that.
I had to take a break for a while, but now let's see what's up with Carmen and Victor.
Oh my gosh. Can you tell me what this is? Really?
They're pick cards. Are there actual blood in there?
Actually, yeah. Most of it dried out.
Most of it is dried out.
That's an actual art.
So,
Wow. This is amazing.
so like you can see the different veins and ventricles and everything in it.
Yeah.
One question though, why is it not, decaying or anything like that?
Apparently it's taking cold.
Yeah, they're probably
Really?
encrypted
And
in
ice.
formaldehyde.
Keeping it hard and ice keeps it.
Okay.
So did you guys like today's workshop?
Yeah.
Really? Are you guys thinking about pursuing careers in the medical field anytime soon? All right. Wow.
So coming to the conference, has that changed your mind about the medical field at all?
Yeah. I do not want to do stitches.
I did.
You want to do it now? Did you want to do it before you came here? So now you're certain about it?
Well, I guess that's what can happen when you come out here.
Yes.
All right. Now let's go to Terry.
I'm here with Warren Henderson. So Warren, why did you come to this conference?
I heard about it yesterday, and since I'm the son of a doctor veterinarian, I decided why not check this place out.
So what do you want as a professional career?
I want to be a graphic animation designer, and also as walking through and seeing all the different things, I actually saw a simulation of how to do surgery, and I thought that was pretty cool.
What have you learned today?
I've learned a lot. I went to the dentistry room and actually saw how they work in the mouth. They put implants on the side of your mouth and connect it to the front so that when over time it'll shift and soon to get a straighter mouth.
Thank you, Warren Henderson.
Hey, now we're going to go to Victor, where he has two special guests at the Ask an Expert Fair.
Hi, Victor Williams here with Dr. Crossley and Dr. Taylor. What were your involvements with mentoring in medicine?
Sure. I've been involved with mentoring in medicine since I was a medical student in New York City. And the president of Mentors in Medicine is Dr. Lynn Holden, and she was my mentor when I was moving through medical school and moving towards residency.
Very, very interesting. Why do you do it?
Well, I firmly believe in mentoring because I think leadership is important for those who are following after you. It's essential to have some leadership to have younger developing students emulate your path.
Dr. Taylor, what is the biggest takeaway from this event?
Absolutely. I think the biggest takeaway from the event is just to show that people have done it before, that there's a lot of examples out there for the community, of success in the health professions, and that mentors are a very big aspect of that, and that you always want to have someone out there that you can emulate and kind of show you the way and kind of give you the insider secrets on how to be successful. That's a very important part of succeeding in health professions. So having a mentor is invaluable, and you never know enough. So if you can get to be exposed to someone who's done it before, it can give you excellent opportunity to be successful in your goal of being a health professional.
What advice would you give for those wanting careers in medicine?
The advice I would give to individuals to a career in medicine is to persist. It's an arduous course, meaning it's difficult. It's a long course, but persistence is probably the greatest asset I could probably lend to young students, because there's a lot of trials and tribulations along the way, and failure is something that's a common thing. It's the ones that stand up when they're knocked down to overcome those obstacles, go over them or around them, and to persist through. And if you're able to persist, you'll be able to succeed in the health professions.
Okay. How about you, Dr. Taylor?
I think the biggest thing is important thing in your path to success in health professions is to know that guidance and advice is just that. It's not gospel. So you're going to get some people who tell you can't do certain things. You might not be able to get into a certain school or a certain residency, or your grades aren't high enough. And you should listen and take heed of it. But like he said, kind of persevere. And sometimes plan A doesn't work, but you should always have a B and C ready to go. And if you really have the calling and you want to know that you want to become a health professional, you should never give up that dream and just continue to pursue it and do everything in your power that you can and that you can control to have a successful end and a successful career.
Thank you both. Now back to you, Carmen.
Things are going great at the conference. Now here's Terry with our second keynote speaker, Hassan Tete.
I'm here with Dr. Tete. Phenomenal speech. What was your message to the attendees?
The message was that they can too achieve a career in healthcare, in the healthcare professions. And the viable way to do that is to have mentors to give you guidance and instruction on how to achieve that goal.
Why do you feel the mentoring conference is important?
It's important because many of the professionals that are in medicine or in any industry for that matter will let you know that they were able to be successful because of the guidance and instruction that they got from mentors. The great benefit of mentors is that they're able to impart to you experience and wisdom that you can't obtain from the textbook, from the classroom, or from other experiences. They can share with you sort of the shortcut in terms of how to achieve goals and reach your greatest potential.
What advice would you give to those who want to have a career in the healthcare profession?
It's a noble profession. There's no other time in the history of our country of recent past where it's more exciting to be in healthcare. We have reform legislation that's been passed last year, and despite the fact that you may be a critic or maybe a supporter of the legislation, one thing is sure and one thing is certain: healthcare will be changed, and the people that are in healthcare now will be those individuals that change healthcare for the future and make it what it will become ultimately. So there's no other time, there's no other profession that's as exciting as healthcare. There's an opportunity to help people, and it's an opportunity to make a great impact on the world.
Mr. Tete.
You brought your kids here today?
Yes, I did. I thought it was a great opportunity for them. My oldest wants to be a veterinarian, and my youngest wants to be a physical therapist, so it was a perfect opportunity for them to learn. And I learned too.
What did you learn today?
I learned about how to be a doctor.
Now we're going to Eric, who's with Dr. Broom.
Dr. Broom, what was your message to the attendees?
My message was I was here to explain what my organization does. We're called the Thomas J. Blocker Society, and we're Morehouse graduates from Morehouse College in Atlanta. We're a bunch of graduates that went on to medical school, and we're African American men, and our strict focus is getting our particular group of people together, Morehouse graduates that went on to medical school, and do some serious mentoring in the community to have African American males start believing that they can become physicians too. So that was my message today, that anybody can do it as long as they take advantage of the opportunities, and we want to be a part of that opportunity, mentoring basically.
Why do you feel the mentoring conference is important?
Well, I think it's probably important for a lot of reasons. I think one of the main reasons is because I think it gives young people the idea that there are people out there. You can have a resource that you may not have known about, but you just have to be out in the community taking advantage of situations like this. So I think that's very important today, is that people need to realize, and that was something important for me, to realize that there were people that could mentor me and get me where I needed to go. I think the other important message is for the healthcare professionals that are sitting here. A lot of them don't understand how big the need is for them to do what it is that they can do to bring people forward, because the numbers of us African Americans in medicine is dwindling. And so they need to recognize that it's important for them to mentor. So it's a two-way street.
Dr. Broom, what advice would you give to those who want to have a career in medicine?
I would say the first thing is not to believe that you can't do it. Okay. There was a point in my life where I didn't really know if I could do it. Okay. And there was a couple of times, a couple of mentors that turned the right buttons for me, and I finally started believing. And I'm here. I did it. I mean, and even it took a long time for me to develop that confidence, and it took the right situations. But the truth is, you can do it, and don't believe the hype. You can do it. That's my message.
Now let's go to Carmen.
Thanks, Victor. Hey, Lisa. So, what makes for a successful conference?
Well, there are a number of factors that contribute to a good conference. One is having the ability to connect the cause with the people in the surrounding area. Here in the city of Atlanta, there's certainly a need for exposing children, disadvantaged children, to the healthcare profession as we look at the growing number of disparities within the African American community and the declining number of African American males that are choosing to attend a school in the healthcare profession. So what we try to do is connect the cause with the community and then grow from there through strategic partnerships.
What are the different challenges when putting on this conference?
Well, there are a number of challenges. I believe for this particular conference, Mentoring in Medicine was actually founded out of Harlem, New York, and expanded into Oakland, California. And one of the challenges here in Atlanta is the fact that we don't really have the community partnerships. We didn't have those. So over the last year or so, we've been able to cultivate those relationships with a number of organizations and universities here in the Atlanta area, including strategic partnerships within the community. We've been able to put the framework together for building a solid conference that we hope will be sustainable over the next several years.
Why do a Mentoring in Medicine conference?
Well, the main reason for Mentoring in Medicine is really to bring the healthcare profession to the local community. There are a number of opportunities that the organization provides for students who are interested in healthcare careers. With the Atlanta Public School System, we were able to partner with some of the local high schools that have a health and science focus, which made it a very good combination. And we hope that from students participating in those programs, they can start building the skills and building the relationships with the local schools and hospitals in this area to hopefully put them on the right track to pursue a good career in health and medicine.
So what are the different benefits of attending this conference?
Well, some of the benefits include being able to direct your study very early on during the middle and high school years, and by learning what skills are needed and being able to interact with other healthcare professionals, you hope to build some type of mentorship that we hope will last over the next several years. So as the student progresses through high school, college, and then on to medical school, they sort of build their network of other professionals to interact with and learn and become exposed to as much as they can with respect to health careers.
Thanks, Lisa. Now back to you, Victor.
Victor Williams here with Dr. Holton, CEO and founder of Mentoring in Medicine. Dr. Holton, how did all of this start?
Well, the organization started because when I was pregnant, after I was pregnant with my daughter, I had something called peripartum cardiomyopathy, and I was essentially bedridden for about 9 months, could not practice emergency medicine, which is what I practiced before, and thankfully, now that I've recovered, I practice now, and thought about how can I, if I can't ever go back to practicing emergency medicine, what can I do to help inspire young people who would like to become a healthcare professional? And mentoring in medicine evolved to the point it is today.
Why do you feel an event like this is important?
I think it's important because so many children are told no, that they cannot succeed in achieving their dreams. And I would like to show them through examples of health professionals that in fact they can succeed in achieving their dreams, and there are lots of people who would like to help them to succeed in achieving their dreams.
What do you hope people will take away at the end of the day?
Well, a couple things. First of all, I hope that they take away the fact that there's a community of people who really want to try to succeed, and that they could be part of that community should they choose. Secondly, I'd like them to take away the fact that if they really believe in something and they can have a vision, they can see it, then yes, they can achieve their dream. And lastly, I'd like for them to be able to see people who are doing things that they would like to do, and to be able to talk to them and ask them questions about how they succeeded in their dreams.
Do you have people that go into medicine because of the conference?
Absolutely. We have students who get interested in medicine. A lot of students are already interested in medicine, but they've been defeated because they've been told no. And we want to let them know that, pick yourself up, stand up, and let's keep pushing, because you can do it if you really want to.
What is your biggest challenge when putting on an event like this?
Getting funds to put on the event. So especially in this economic times, it's pretty hard to get sponsors to actually sign up for the event. We're very fortunate to have health professionals that support us and believe in what we're doing. They support us not only with their time, but also their talent and financial donations.
Who are the key stakeholders?
Well, we had a couple of stakeholders in this event. We had co-sponsors from the Atlanta Public School System, from D.M. Farrell High School right here. We had Morehouse Office of Health Professions, the Thomas Blocker Society, which is the national alumni of health professionals at Morehouse, organization called www.explorehealthcareers.org. That's a great website for anyone who's interested in a health career. Gives you information, all information, including internships, on over 100 health careers, and that's www.explorehealthcareers.org. Additionally, we've had the Association of Black Cardiologists who've come on board, and the U.S. Navy, who offer scholarships to students to complete education in the health professions.
Why is the program so successful?
Well, I think it's successful because there's a need, and there's the will of many students and many parents and educators to support students that they know to succeed in the health professions. And everyone knows that there are only a few things that are unfortunately around. One of them is death, people die, and sickness. And you need people to take care of those people. So I think in the end that a lot of people have a dream. They've been impacted because maybe they had asthma, or they had a problem. They went to the doctor and the doctor helped them, or they went to see another health professional, a nurse, a health practitioner, respiratory therapist. So there's so many health professions and health careers that are available to students, and some 2 years, some 8 years, it depends. But all of them are very rewarding and helping to support the community and also to fulfill a will to help people.
What's your vision for future projects?
Well, I think that we would like to have something that is long-term, continuity. Mentoring in Medicine is a continuity organization. We start at 3rd grade and we go all the way up through graduation from health professional school. So far we've impacted almost 10,000 students, and we have almost 600 health professionals that work with us. And I think it's important that students who express an interest when they're younger be able to know that there's a home for them to go to if they're interested in the health professions. And that's what Mentoring in Medicine is all about. And those are the types of projects that I would like to take on in order to make Mentoring in Medicine a success. In New York, we actually have a high school program in 8 high schools in inner city areas in New York City, and we work with those students continually over 2 years. So it's really been a reward to be able to do that. Our college students we work with them throughout college, and we've seen great results. Already this year, we've had 18 students accepted to medical school who have applied, and that's out of 24 that have applied. So the other ones are waiting to hear, so we're keeping our fingers crossed for them.
What advice would you give to those who choose a career in medicine?
First of all, I would like to tell them that, congratulations, it's a great career choice, that there's so many options, and not to be weighed down by one option or the other, but to explore all the options. And that's where the website explorehealthcareers.org comes into play, because it allows you to do that online. And then also join our website, www.mentoringinmedicine.org, so we can help you to find internships and health professionals who are doing what you want to do.
Okay, you put on a great conference. Thank you, Dr. Holden. Victor Williams. Now that was a conference. I hope you enjoyed our show.
And I hope a career in medicine is in your future. We want to thank our reporters Terry Mathis and Eric Buckner.
I'm Victor Williams.
And I'm Carmen Simmons.
Thank you for joining
us.